I almost created karma yesterday. Yeah.
Sorry for your luck.
No. Mari-Lyn and I were just talking about an experience that we had yesterday, and I sort of got a little too caught up in it. And it was almost there's a line to where if you cross it, you got some karma, then you got some more problems.
Yes. And
So,
those problems might not even come back around in this life.
no, no, ma'am. No.
And you get to
Yes.
experience it probably with the same person you create.
Well, it would be, right? The same soul anyway.
Yeah.
It may not look like the same person.
Yeah.
You're not going to be the same.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I think I would like to talk about, first of all, what is karma? What is a contract? And then how to not create it in the first place. That's probably the biggest thing.
Not creating it in the first place is best case scenario.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So sort of in I guess the easiest terms would be if you aren't standing in your integrity, if you are lying to get out of something, if your actions do not match your words, and you're going to create karma with someone. I don't know how to, if you're mean to someone, if you're dishonest, if you are intentionally, and really it is intentional, you go to hurt someone.
Yes. And there's different, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Blatant, outright going in to hurt someone.
Right.
Creates a different karma.
Yes.
Than being passive aggressive, backhanded, sneaky,
yes.
Hiding.
Yes.
Trying to hide.
Yes.
The venom that you feel.
Yes. Or going all in on that. I'm angry, so I'm going to go hurt you. And you're sort of in this blind rage. You just created karma. And sometimes those are called contracts. Karma and contracts are different things. However, they can be seen as the same thing. And we tend to use those terms sort of interchangeably very often. Like you just created a contract with someone and now you have to finish that.
I don't like to use the word karma because it's one of those words that's like thrown around.
Yes. It's just a buzzword. It's kind of a, yeah.
Yeah. Buzzword. It is a buzzword.
Yeah.
What goes around comes around.
Yes.
Now that one is true.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily karma.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Karma
is typically, I'm saying typically because I'm it's so broad.
Yes. Yes.
It's typically created with another person.
Yes.
Not just generic
a circumstance
out in the world.
Right. So that other, what you're talking about, what goes around comes around, which is a real
thing.
And that can be sometimes karma. If you, let's say I steal from Mari-Lyn, and then the next day or the next year or something, I get stolen from the same way. Well, that shit just came back around and bit me in the ass. That's a karma type situation. But we're talking more of that contracty. So, right? Yeah.
Right.
I want to make sure. Am I right? So I guess what brought this up was yesterday. I was called into a situation where there was a witchy situation. There was some magic happening to this family, and just like the paranormal, I don't like to do things alone. It's not safe to do it alone.
No.
So Mari-Lyn came with me and she does her thing. She holds space for me. She watches my back. She's got my six for sure.
Mhm.
And because there were children involved, I kind of a bit lost my shit. I got angry. It makes me so angry that someone would hurt a child. Whew. And Mari-Lyn several times had to say, Pam, you can't do this job if you're angry. You've got to step out of that anger. Which is another reason why you need another person there, right? This is not about revenge. That is not what I do.
Mm-mm.
That is not what I'm being asked to do either.
Mm-mm.
So that happened, and today I went back to that place of anger, and that's where this has all started. But part of what she was saying is you don't want to create a contract with this person. You don't want to create karma. You don't want to create something
With that anger.
with that anger, which is
Right.
what would happen. So being angry, you're in your ego. That's all ego is.
Right.
And you're stepping over really your own integrity to get to someone. You're stepping over because you're so angry. You want to make
Yep.
that person hurt.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's what does it. And witches, that's what they do. Magic practitioners, and please know, I know a few, and they're pretty light on the scale of magic stuff. They're just like, they like candles and set intentions and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, that's not really witchy.
We're talking about practitioners who go with ill intent against another person.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do it because they get paid to.
Yes.
Which is really burns me. But anyway, so yeah.
But that integrity piece
Yes.
is a very important piece when it comes to karma, because if we are willingly stepping outside of our own integrity, intentionally, willingly,
yes,
with another person,
yes,
yeah.
And
what do we expect?
You can't get out of it by saying, well, I was so angry I didn't know what I was doing. No, that's still intentional. Matter of fact, that's really intentional.
It's very intentional. Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is. Apologizing, saying I'm sorry. Well, first of all, just saying I'm sorry doesn't mean shit.
No. Sorry.
If you really mean it and you give an apology.
Yes.
I have learned that my apologies sometimes don't even use the words I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Yes.
They really don't.
No, it's owning your shit.
But it's owning it.
Yes.
Oh my God. I hurt you.
Yes. Yeah.
This is why I hurt you.
Yes. And a reason, but not an excuse.
Yes.
Don't give excuses.
No, not an excuse.
Your shit.
A reason.
Yes.
And the amends.
Yes.
What are you going to do to not do this again?
Yes.
How is it going to be different moving forward? And that amends is also an important piece.
Sometimes the amends is doing something for that person. That can happen. But really the amends is, I've learned I am never doing that again to another person. That was just that's that sorry piece. That's that you feel the guilt or the shame or whatever it is that comes up, and you're just not going to do that again. And that's a true amends, is not doing it again.
Yes.
It's learning from it.
There's I hope this comes out just sounding reasonable. Changing your behavior like consciously, like, oh, I can't do that anymore. I have to do this or I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And sometimes we have to do that to really change a habit.
Absolutely.
However, in those times where we've hurt someone and we truly make amends,
Mm-hmm.
there is no conscious thought. We make that choice. This changes.
Yes.
And it's changed.
Yes.
My biggest amends to my husband is not drinking.
Yes. Amen. Yeah.
And I don't.
Now there is there are times when whoever it is that you created karma with, and there's no way to speak to them again. Like
right.
they're either isn't or they're not in a place where they're ever going to forgive you or whatever, whatever their shit is their shit. So
right. Sometimes talking to that person is not in the highest good of anybody.
Anybody. Yeah. No, it's just not.
Mm-mm.
No. So there are ways through the help of energy work, through what we do. Now, not all energy healers are created equal. Those of you who've been to them, you know that. Finding someone who is proficient. Look at me using big words. I can say mayonnaise too. That's what my dad used to always say. Ooh, and I can say
I love that.
To speak to that person's higher self, to go to that contract room, to do whatever needs to happen to break that contract, that karma, and resolve it is really what it is, to resolve it.
Yeah.
Because you can't always go back to, or you don't always want to.
You don't always want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that came up for me. And thankfully I had you there to say, oh, you don't want to create something with this bitch. Because then, the situation I would be in then, creating karma with that person, that would just suck.
That would not be good.
Now, there are some people who believe that the reason we come back in for more lifetimes is to work out karma. That's all we're doing is working out karma.
I disagree.
I disagree as well, but
I disagree.
That is a belief. Do I think there's some of that weaved in there? Absolutely.
Sure.
Yes.
But that's all we do? No.
Yeah, no. No. I do think there is, I wouldn't call this karma, or would I? So in a past life, maybe I was on this same trajectory and I gave up. I gave into all my fears and everything and said, no, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do that with witches. I'm not doing it. And so maybe not.
That was my life.
Yes.
That was my past life.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then you come in to do that again. But to me, that's not karma. Some people kind of think that's karma. For me, that's not karma. That's just, you know what? This is something I really need to learn. And it's not necessarily the working with the witches thing. It's what I need to do that, to put myself in that place of integrity, to learn boundaries, to learn that I cannot step over anyone's free will.
Yes.
I am co-creating with spirit, and spirit's the one bringing the justice. I'm not.
Right.
That has nothing to do with me.
Right.
If it were up to me, I'd have him hit by a bus. But I can't. That would create karma. But
yes,
that's not my job. So
I
think it's so complex each lifetime.
It's
and why we're here to just
very
reduce
complex.
it down to we're just here to work out our karma is
that's way too simplistic. We have contracts. As you said before, contracts and karma are different. We do have, some of us have contracts with people
Mm-hmm.
to work out karma.
Yes.
And the karma is different than that contract to work it out.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Well, and you and I have contracted to do this job together.
Yes. Absolutely.
We could totally break that contract. One of us say, peace out, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
And really, that would be whoever pieced out and went. If they just left it there, you're gonna have to come back and try it again. It may look a little different, but you have those. But the person left, and that, I guess it would be so. If I pieced out, it would be up to you. If you want to continue this because you have things to learn, you would stay here and you would continue doing this just with someone else and feel that. Or you could just say, no, I suppose. But
fine.
I hope you would not do that. I really would. If I were to piece out, I'd probably be jealous as shit, but really, I'd want you to keep going.
Well, here's a thought. Don't piece out and let's not find out.
Let's not find out.
Let's not find out.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No.
Ever. No. Sister friends. Yeah. So, yeah, if any of you have any questions about karma or contracts or how that works, please let us know. Leave some comments. And you all know how to do that, whether you're on a listen-only platform or YouTube, you can do that and ask those questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those karmic things that happen in life that we realize.
Yeah.
And then we get to turn right around and stop it. That is brilliant.
Yes.
That is absolutely brilliant. When you realize, oh, shit, I think I created karma there.
Yeah.
What do I have to do now to end it, to stop it in its tracks? Before it has a chance to really steamroll.
Yeah.
I just had an experience like that where I realized, oh man, over the holidays, I think I created some karma. And I believe I have taken the appropriate steps to stop it before it really has a chance to take hold and do anything. I'm getting the feeling right now that there is something more I need to do. So
let's say and I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I think I might have an idea of what you're talking about. And if it came from like being a little passive aggressive,
be a little passive aggressiveness attached to what happened. Why, yes, especially in the energy I was carrying, the way I showed up.
Yes.
In front of this person.
Yeah.
The way I showed up was so not appropriate.
No.
It's embarrassing to say that. I showed up out of an obligation.
Oh.
Didn't want to be there.
Nope.
And I did not put my big girl pants on and show up in my integrity at all.
I think that's how many of us create karma. I do. I think that is a big thing. Someone calls us to have lunch or something, and we're like, oh, I don't want to have lunch with this person. But you kind of go, oh, okay, but you don't mean it. Or you keep making excuses. This person keeps contacting you because you're like stringing them along. And then maybe you finally just blow them off, or you do something like you're an hour late and then you make up some big excuse for it. You just created some karma, my friend. And you know what? You are worth more than that. Not only is that person worth more, but you are worth more than that. Standing in your integrity.
Yes.
And doing what's right. And
yes.
What's right could be I mean, it could go. You could just say, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't think I want to have lunch with you, and which is harsh and horrible. But at least you just rip that Band-Aid off and you're done, and that person knows. Or you suck it up, Buttercup, and you show up on time for that lunch date.
Yep.
And
in your integrity.
In your integrity. And you're kind and you're compassionate because you told the person you would be there.
Yeah.
So be there. So show up. Showing up. Blah, blah, blah. Show up for yourself.
Yes. Yes. Because when we show up for ourselves, we show up for the other person.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Pure and simple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So show up.
Yeah.
And be whatever it is that bothers you about that person or what. And you know, that's really if you're in that situation, and I think we've all been there because we didn't want to hurt someone's feelings or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You have some wounding there, my friend. If this is if you can't be honest or show up in that integrity and you're all mealy and whatever and okay, well, yeah, I'll see you there. And then you're late or you make some excuse, blah, blah. You have some wounding around something. I mean, that could be a lot of things. Yeah.
A lot
of things.
A lot.
And you need to make amends with yourself too. Like, okay, I need to figure out why I'm being so nasty. And is that the way you want to show up in life? Think about being on the other side of it. Think about watching someone do that. You would probably call them a piece of shit or something. You'd be like, whoa, what a bitch or something. You know, you would not think, oh, wow, that's awesome.
I want to be her someday.
Yes. Yes.
Oops.
Yes. No. So that's a good, I know we're already sort of started the new year, but we could add that to our list of things. I'm going to show up for myself today today. This every day. I'm going to show up for.
And you know, that goes really beautifully with our last couple of podcasts of taking ownership.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if we are taking ownership of ourselves, we are showing up for ourselves and we are in our integrity.
Yes.
And we're not going to step out of that line. We're not going to step across that line of integrity and hurt someone intentionally, be passive aggressive, and create that karma.
Yes. Which again leads me back to the clearing that we did. Thank you, my friend, for not allowing me, for reminding me. Pam, remember who you are.
Yeah.
And I want to cry right now because my dad is here, damn it. And some of his words, I don't know if you've probably heard it. I don't know if I really speak it out loud, but he'll say, whose daughter are you? It makes me cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the person he was in life and the person he is now, or the soul, lots of integrity. Lots of integrity. Okay, step away. I don't want to cry. But yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! So I don't know if I have anything else to add. We haven't been on here very long.
No, we haven't.
Kind of a heavy topic. We kind of,
but it's a very heavy topic, and at the same time, it's kind of cut and dry.
It really is. There's no gray area.
I
can't think of a gray area.
Oh, we found something that's black and white.
Oh, Mari-Lyn loves her black and white.
Yeah,
I like that whole cut and dry. I know exactly where I stand.
Yeah, I'm figuring out the gray areas.
Yes,
you know, I am maneuvering through the gray areas. I am black and white is not necessary for me anymore, which is a nice place to be. But yeah, karma, pretty much black and white.
Yeah.
You're standing in your integrity. You are not creating karma.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
And I do want to say this real quick before I am sitting on, if you're wondering why I'm wiggling around, I'm sitting on a yoga ball, because I think I mentioned it on a podcast that I bounced down the stairs and hurt my lower back. Um, Not quite my tailbone, a little up higher than that, but anyway, so if you hear a thud and like see my feet flying or something, it's because I fell off.
Please don't.
No, I will try not to.
Mm-mm.
But yes, but I'm with, because it's so much more comfortable sitting on this than a regular chair. Yeah. And this better be done before I take a big vacation. I don't want to
Yes.
get on an airplane hurt.
No.
That would, especially those long 9 hour.
No. That would be not fun.
Oh, no, it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
So yes, you don't want to create karma. Own your shit. You don't want to create. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I have a question. How do we know if we're working out karma from another lifetime?
Ooh, very good. So the only thing I could say about that is is you didn't just create it. Like it's already there. That you so you meet someone and I mean this could be, oh boy, it could be all different ways, right? It could be like an instant love at first sight thing, and then you guys are, you're sort of at each other's throats. Everything is oh man, that was kind of a trick question. I normally have answers for things. Every person you come in contact with, you shut up, you have some.
Oh, I'm laughing at something else.
You've contracted with them to meet them, to be in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And those are karma contracts. So I would say that it's the easiest ones are the ones when you meet someone and you just like they rub you the wrong way from the moment you meet them.
So this would be, I didn't just create that karma that was talking about. There was karma with this person
Absolutely.
from the get-go.
Yes. And working it out in this lifetime is absolutely so you don't have to meet this person again. Or if you do meet them again, there's not that there.
Yeah.
Because typically it's some sort of friction between you and another person, and you need to work that out. And we have wounding around it, so you have to work on your wounding. You have to own it. There are steps to it.
Mm-hmm. So there is more to be done here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if we have karma with every person we meet, in a sense, yes, we have come into this life to work out our karma.
Yes. Yeah. That's not the only thing we can do.
But it's not the only thing.
Right. Because we also have wounding. We have
we have all those other life lessons that we want to learn.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, everyone that's in your life, there's a contract there of some sort. Even, with my husband, there certainly is, of course.
Sure.
With children, with you, you and I are working out some codependent crap.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So yeah, pretty much everyone. Yeah. Good answer. Yeah. I didn't have a stock answer for that one. So
yeah, stand in your integrity and you're not going to create new karma.
And if there is someone in your life, because there is, that you just have friction with, really look at that and ask yourself why. It's not all the other person. I'm sorry to break it to you. That it is not all that other person. If you're feeling some kind of way about someone, or if there's zero, like that can happen too. You shut down with that person. You just like whoosh, put a wall up. That's it. Want nothing. That too. You have to look at that. You have to. You don't have to, but that's what you can do. And do you want to do that shit again?
But if you want to work that out. So I'm questioning. I am sorry, spirit, but I'm questioning you. That every person we meet,
Ooh.
we have karma with.
And I don't know, and that's kind of a, now that you say it that way, I started thinking about, look at all these people that I meet. Okay, that's
Right,
the,
right.
but there are main players in our life.
The main people that we interact with, yes. But what I did get was sometimes it's not our karma that
Right.
needs to be worked out by meeting this other person.
Yes.
This other person has created karma and they get the opportunity to work it out through meeting us.
Yes. Yep. Sure.
One-sided karma.
One of the
Oh,
things
but it would be
that
our
would be
soul.
wounding, right? Yeah.
It would be
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's okay. You're working it out. I was thinking about when I had, a real job. When I was out in the world working, I came up against the same type of people all the time. And I always blamed them, of course, because
Sure.
look at myself.
Sure.
And it's the same with you all know that I always had issue with women because I have mom issues. I had a crazy batshit crazy mother, right? So I attracted the same type of person over and 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 over until I finally saw it for what it was. That is, that could be some maybe one-sided karma, but it's wounding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are lessons I needed
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to deal with that, not just that person, but me and how I respond to them, how I open to them, how I stand in my integrity or not, and
Mm-hmm.
allow them to be who they are at the
Ooh.
same time finding who I am.
They gave you the opportunity to choose whether to make karma with them or not, to create karma or
Ooh,
not.
yeah. Ooh,
So we have the opportunity to create
yes,
karma with everyone we meet.
yes. Very, ooh, that totally lands. Absolutely. Wow.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, and a couple of them I think I did until I finally got it figured out.
Okay.
It's that I was that person who always bitched and complained about the people at work. Never looked at myself. Never looked in the miror. It wasn't me. Uh,
No,
but I was
no.
an
Why would
ingredient
we
that
want to do
somehow
that?
I know. But that's part of life too. That's part of
Mhm.
learning about yourself and learning
Yeah.
about life and growing up and working
Yeah.
through your shit. Yes.
Yeah.
And and that's always and that's something I know there's probably a whole different set of circumstances, but one of those things so many people, certainly like during COVID, they started working from home and they're sort of isolated at home.
Hmm.
You need those interactions with people. You need
Yes, we do.
you need to have inter
Yes.
there's so much growth through you really do grow through meeting other people
Hmm.
when they put that mirror up there and you have to look at yourself and you have to, I mean, that's really, so being isolated and working from home, yes,
Yeah,
can really be detrimental to your personal growth. I remember
absolutely.
someone had said something about COVID during those lockdowns. For those of you who were locked down, we were in our state. How much growth people could have, how much, and it's like, I don't think people grew during that time. Not many. I think we did.
We did.
It's certainly in maybe in what I do in what we do, sorry. But it was the meditations, the in-person meditations,
Hmm.
they really got cut way down.
Hmm.
I mean, it went from a full house 3 times a week to just people dribbling in.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first things people gave up was being with other people.
Hmm.
Yeah. And being
I think there was a
isolated.
a huge opportunity for
Oh,
some inner work
yeah.
during that shutdown. And
Yeah.
I'm sure some people
Yep.
did.
Mhm.
But
It's
yeah.
it's very, from what I understand, from what Fred says, it's very rare that a person comes into this lifetime to be an isolationist or a hermit or
Ah,
isolationist. What? Somebody's talking, because that's not a word I normally use. Mayonnaise. So it's very rare. We are meant to have interactions with other people.
yeah,
That's
we are.
how we
We
learn,
are.
we grow, and
Mhm.
we work out our karma and learn our lessons and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So that did so anyway.
Yeah, we are meant for community.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
are. We are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Whew! Yeah, I think that's a good stopping
I
point. It's
think
not
that's a
very
good
long,
stopping point.
sorry y'all,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I do. I think that was just short and simple, and we picked a good
Yeah.
topic. Let us know, everyone.
Yes, please do.
Yes.
And I guess we'll see you next time.
Yes. Like, subscribe, share, do all that great stuff.
Yes, please.
All
And
right.
we appreciate you.
We do appreciate you.
We
Sorry,
do.
in all fairness, my back is starting, even on this ball.
Yep.
Been here for many hours today, and I need to go stretch and do something.
Yes.
So I apologize, but I need to go this time. All right.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.